Hi everyone, Davis Hill with Peak Piano Studios. This is just a short informational video about the North Idaho Music Teachers Association Music Festival, Musicianship Festival, that your students are going to be participating in this Saturday, November 21st. You should already have received an email from the teacher that will be doing the adjudication and found a time on Zoom with them. If you haven't, please go ahead and let me know and I can help facilitate that for you. On the day of the festival, during that time slot that you have scheduled with them, you're going to log on to their Zoom meeting and they're going to do the adjudication of your student in several areas. There's going to be scales, rhythm, sight reading, and a listening test. You're also going to have a written theory test that is a printout at home that you will have them fill out and then scan. I think you might mail it, either scan or mail and send in to our festival chair so that gets submitted. And I'm going to show you what we've been working on this last month so your students are prepared. They're going to play their scales. They are going to you're going to get the listening played for them. All the documents that they need to fill out, the rhythm example they're going to read, the listening test they're going to fill out, the written test, and the sight reading piece. Those are going to get emailed to you either the day of. I think it's going to be the day. I think it's going to be Saturday morning, so you'll get that. Okay, so you kind of have to be on hand to facilitate the getting of the email and then the printing of the thing. Or if your student's going to read off of a tablet or whatever, I think that's going to be fine. So I'd like to show you what your student's going to do. Basically, we have a specific order that we have done things in. Okay, so out of those 5 areas, the first thing that I think you should do, each teacher may do it differently, but the first thing I think you should do is just play your scales. I'm going to adjust this a little bit so you can see the keys a little bit better. So what we've done is each student's going to play 5 scales, and they're going to play right hand, left hand, then they're going to play together, they're going to play a chord, and they should all know what they're doing. This is what it's going to look like for each scale. So the first one we're going to start with is C major. They're going to get their hands in position. Right hand goes, left hand goes, and then they're going to play the chord. For the younger students, it's just the thumb and pinky that plays the chord. Okay? There's 5 scales, so they're going to do that exact pattern for each of them. Right hand, left hand, chord. Some of your students may be playing both hands together. That's fine. The speed doesn't matter. So encourage them to go at whatever speed works for them, where their hands aren't getting too twisted up. Okay, rhythm. You're going to get a sheet, an email with probably just 1 line's worth. I've sent home a printed sheet that looks like this, which is 8 or 10 examples to practice throughout the week. So I encourage your students to do that. What's going to happen is you're going to set a metronome on your end, so you're either going to need an app on your phone or actually a physical metronome. I'm going to use my phone here for now. The metronome is going to be set to 72 beats per minute. Okay, so here it goes. And what's going to happen is while this is going, I won't turn that on yet, your student is going to tap the rhythm, not on the keys, just on their lap or by clapping or whatever, while at the same time counting out loud. So I'm going to demonstrate what that would look like for one of these rhythms. They're all very short, and really what the adjudicators are looking for is just accuracy and being able to do that. So here's what this would look like. 1, 1, rest, 1, 1, 2, rest, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The complexity of the rhythm will vary based on your student. Certain students have different counting styles that they like to use. We've all worked that out in advance, so don't worry about that. Sight playing, they are going to get a little piece to play through. Sight reading is different, sight reading or sight playing is different than normal practicing, which we've talked about. In sight reading, the goal is to look at the piece and spend some time analyzing it, recognizing the patterns before you start. Because once you start, you want to continue going to the very end without pausing, sort of like a recital performance, I've told the students. We want to continue going. What the purpose of this is to build the skill of constantly looking ahead and having the confidence sort of and the wherewithal to continue going even if mistakes get made, and things start to get gnarly. So you'll get a very short piece, it again depends on the level, that you can either print out or have on their iPad or whatever for them to do, and encourage them to just keep going and use all the skills. They have the skills to analyze these pieces. Are the notes going up or down? Are they in steps or skips? These are various intervals of how far away the notes are. Is it right hand or left hand? What notes are we starting on? What fingers are we starting on? These are all the skills that they have that we've worked on to do this successfully. There's going to be a listening test. How this is going to work is that, again, depending on the level, the adjudicator is going to actually play some things on their own piano, and they'll ask the students questions like, was that loud or soft? Did the notes go up and down, up or down? Did you hear legato connected sounds or staccato disconnected sounds? Are you going to hear, what type of intervals did you hear? Your students know about this. There is a piece on here that says, has them clap along with the beat of the piece the adjudicator is playing. I'm not sure to what extent that will be possible since we are doing it over Zoom and we're going to have a lag issue, but they're prepared for that. And the final fifth piece of this is the written test, which you're going to get on Saturday morning, print out, and my understanding is that you have basically like a window to do it and submit it. I think it's until 4 p.m. or something on Saturday. It's not a long thing. It's intended to be administered in person, like for 20 minutes maximum. So it's not going to be a long thing. And this is just basically evaluating their fluency with the written notation of music. So they're going to see things on there like identify the number of beats, of counts for different types of notes. I have had a couple here that I've been teaching them all day. Write in the counting for various types of rhythms, which we know how to do. Identify the types of notes that are on this keyboard. Show us sharps or flats. Identify how far away notes are. Recognize and give definitions for various common symbols like piano, soft, forte, loud, fast and slow, tempos, and that sort of thing. So that's just a brief overview. You should have a window of about 30 minutes or so with your teacher. If any problems arise on the day, we have 2 dedicated staff members who are going to be on call basically to answer your phone calls and texts. You can get a hold of, you can text me. I'm going to be adjudicating all day from 9 to 5, other students, so I'm probably not going to be I will of course respond to you as soon as I can, but I'm probably not going to be a very reliable responder because I am going to be doing that. But our 2 staff members, Dwayne Huff and Marietta Hardy, I will send out, attached to this email, you'll get their phone numbers. They're the ones who are going to be able to help you if you have, a technical problem or something happens or you can't keep the window, your phone dies or whatever, you didn't get the materials. We are going to be able to, move that forward for you so that the students can complete what you've paid for and what they've prepared for, even if it's not the day of. So that is the North Idaho Music Teachers Musicianship Festival for 2020. This is really fun. It has been really fun to prepare for, and I've adjudicated these sorts of things before in past years, and it is a fun thing. Unfortunately, some of the fun is seeing the other students go in and out of the building and having that camaraderie, which we won't have as much due to the Zoom, but I hope that you understand the value of this type of event for participation's sake for your students, but also for me, when I get their scores back, that's a very helpful thing for me to know. It's much less about where your students are and much more about what I'm effective at teaching or not. When I see that all my students get low scores in the same area, that's an opportunity for me to say, gee, I guess I could have taught that better. So all in all, this is a really positive experience. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I'm happy to explain things to you more thoroughly. And good luck. We've been working hard, and all your students are going to do great.